With that part's taken care of, we can start increasing the boring now. I'll be starting about right here. So I'm touching here now. Okay, so here's the wall where the drill bit left off at, right here, and that's about this depth right here. Now I just need to take it in from here to about there or so. And again, to get this in here, I'll have to put the boring bar inside the workpiece itself now, and then put it onto the tool post accordingly. And that will be my procedure. I might as well just take it all the way to where I need to go with it. Make sure everything's lined up the way I need it. Looks real good right there. And get this on the flat here. And away we go. Get this nice and tight here. Not really too tight, so I don't want to break that excess of pressure arm. There's no need to. Just enough to keep it from twisting. So it's nice and solid in there. Let's see what we got here. There's a lot of cantilever going on there, so I have to be careful as I'm trying to bore this out a little bit at a time. Okay, I see what I need to do with this. I need to lower the whole tool post. I had this up high for the other one, but this is a little bit higher now, so I need to lower that down. I got a couple shims here. That's what's causing that going on here. So let me just get that changed over. Because the other one I had on here, I had to go with the bigger shims. Okay, here's an idea. That'll work. That'd be a good way of putting this on and off. I think I can remove both the shims. And see what we got here now. Yeah, that looks like that's going to be where I need it at. Alright, so I just found out something else I can do now. I can take the whole tool post off like that in order to do any kind of bit changes or anything I need to do. Okay, let's see what we got here now. Yes, that's clearing all the way through now. It's clearing all the way. That's good. Alright, now I'm ready to start working with this thing. Take a little bit at a time. I've got a lot of cantilevering going on there, so I got to take the time with it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now, this will go over the shaft like this. And here's the two springs that will drop down. And I need to make a cap now for this. That's going to be preloaded. But what I need to do is I need to take this back over to the lathe and take this side and switch it around now. And then bore this side. After I face it off, I'll bore it. But then I also had to put an internal thread in here. And then I have to make the cap with a external thread that will screw into there. And then I also have to make a spring module where the springs will actually fit inside another piece of aluminum stock that will give it like it'd be like a shock absorber in a sense. I'll call that a spring container that will drop inside, and then I'll put the lid on and then the cap on, and then it'll go on there. But right now, you go over the lathe right now, and we got to bore this now to a opening about that size there, and then I have to start threading it. Okay, next up now will be to to start threading this here. I'll probably use 20 threads per inch. That'd probably be the best way to use this. And that's what's going up next. I have the gear ratio set up for 20 threads per inch. I have the compound set around 30 degrees. I'll touch off right here. And I'll set my cross slide to 0. So I go in this way, back out, back to 0. I have my compound slide at 0. And I'm going to do all this manual. I'm not going to use the power on this here. I'm going to use my crank back here. And see what I come up with here. Okay, now I'm ready to actually try here now. So what I'll do is I'll pull the cross slide in here now about 5 thou. Everything's set up here, and this is what we got. Go forward on my cross slide. Now I'll just keep everything engaged this way. Come back on cross slide, back to 0. Come in another 5. And so on. I think I bumped my my compound slide there a little with the handle. And I think I got more depth cut up here than I wanted. It's okay though, just take it slow. So I'm doing it manually, I can take a little bit of time and carve it away. There we go. That's one nice thing about using a manual crank like this. Yeah, that's what happened. I hit that compound slide and I was putting the oil back. I end up going deeper than I needed to, and it's a little bit better now. I'm not touching the compound slide now. I'm just doing a spring cut now. I'll do one more spring cut yet too, I think. Yeah, now we're caught up pretty good now. Trying to feel for depth right now if I can. There's a core 20 screw bolt. It's starting to grab a little bit, so I still got to go deeper yet. This time I put about a couple thou on the compound slide this time. Make sure I don't bump it this time. You see the threads or not? Okay. Alright, next would be to make the cap now that will screw onto this. That's coming up next. This part here will get threaded. So far up through here, that'll be threaded, and this will be will fit inside here. It has to fit all the way down into here to compress the screws to give it a to load the not screws to load the springs. So what I'll be doing is I'm machining this down so far, and then threading, and then this will be the top of the cap. I want to take this down to about 850, 830, around that area. And around 960 right now, so I need to go down a little more yet. Okay, about 840. Okay, the diameter here where the thread's at is around 790. And I'm looking at a 1/4 thread, screw I should say. Usually whenever I drill a hole for this, we would use a number 7-bit, 13/64. I need to do some calculations here and find out how much I need to take this down to. I'll be back. Okay, a 1/4 nut inside diameter. Inside diameter 1/4 nut is about 205. 205. The outside diameter of the screw 245. I need to look at the ratio here. Alright, I'm not going to go with the ratio, I'm going to go with that ratio, I should say. If my thread, well, actually not a ratio, let me see here. That's 785. 785. If I add another 40th out of that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, about I'll make it 825 and see how that works out. 825. Right now I'm at 840. 10 takes it to 30. Around 830, I should be around here. That's about what it shows, 830. Just taking our 5 off there now. 2, 4, 5. That will give me 40 thousandths larger than the outside diameter, which is at 795. This is at 825. And it'll be the same amount of clearance between the nut and the bolt of a 1/4 screw. And let's see how that works out. Okay, 25. 825. And our 795, 790, 8590. So close there, good enough there. Alright, so that's what I'm going to thread into now. I'm going to thread this. I want to clean that shoulder up first. Alright, let's do some threading. Okay, everything's set up here, my dials. Got my cross slide set to 0. My compound is set to 0. I'm going to do all this by hand again. Because I don't want to push it out of the chuck. I don't have it chucked in there very, I mean, I have it chucked as tight as I can get it, but I don't have it a lot of grip on there, so I need to be careful. That's why I'm doing this by hand. I know it's going to match the other thread because it's on the same settings of the gear ratios on the back of the lathe, so I don't have to check for anything as far as thread pitch gauge or anything, because it's the same thing on both. I just hope that I have enough that didn't take too much off by that 40 thousandths, going with a 1/4 20 screw for the ratio. Not ratio, but the difference in diameter of the inside of the nut and the inside and the outside of the screw for a 1/4 20. It's about 40 thousandths difference, and I'm using that same 40 thousandths difference for this here screw into the nut that I made on that shaft. We'll see. Just a spring pass here right now, just to clean up a little bit. It's going nice and smooth though, we'll say that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dials back. Got a ways to go yet. 4 sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 1 to go back to normal here. Or size here. Double check here. Yep. Still got a ways to go yet. Not yet. No more yet. At least it's going on now. It's good. Okay, I gotta take this much off the bottom of the thread on the bottom there. Close that up. That's about 310 thou. I gotta take 310 thou off there, off the bottom of the thread, because what's happening is I believe it's hitting inside here now. It's hitting that there little spot right down there now. I can see where it's at because my finger's way below the thread. So I take about 310 off there, and we should have it. I'm going to take a little more than that. Take it down about here. Take all that off there, we should have it. This is what I was planning on doing anyhow. I need to have this go down inside there. I forgot about. I made the measurements for this purpose right here. I forgot all about it. I could start threading it. I have to get the shaft down low enough to fit inside the bore and push the pressure on the springs. Okay, so now the only thing left now is to so that this meets up into the shoulder here. I just need to take that down behind the threads there a little bit now, because I couldn't thread all the way up to there, so I have to now put a relief back here now, so that I can get that to meet up there. Put a relief in right up here. Behind the thread, like that. See if that'll work. I'm still a little high yet. See where it's at right there. It is too. Right off that thread. Right off right there. Right there. That should do it. I may have to clean the shoulder a little more again, but we'll see. Because I have a little bit of taper now on the, we'll see. Still a little more yet. Just a little bit more right there. It's going to take a little off the shoulder here now. Clean that shoulder. I got a little bit of a taper right there. But that goes all the way back there now. And I may have to change the bit, the way it looks. We'll see here. Maybe I can get this. I think I can. I might just barely get that. We'll see. Let's see, that took care of it. If not, I have to change the tool bit. Yeah, I got a little bit of, well, yeah, I want to get that nice and right there it is. There's a little bit of a bump. I got to change the tool bit. Bit in there now, so I can get a good plunge on there. Block the carriage, come in forward, come in, undercut, and come straight out. A little bit more. There you go, you undercut that real good there. Now it should work now. Now we'll give it a try. That's it. Beautiful. Okay, let's put on slow speed and see what we have here now as far as concentric. It's not bad for just being screwed on here like that. Okay, it's not bad. It's a little bit of wobble, but that's not much. It's just for a spring catch. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on there on the project now and see what it looks like. Yeah, have the still focus here. Okay. Got two springs here. Drop there. Put this on top here. I probably could put a little nub there for the spring to fit onto, but we'll just go with this right now. Alright. And of course I'll fancy that up a little bit underneath. Okay, there we go. That's what I want. Now this will get connected to here, to the handle, nice and tight. I'll cut into the handle here again like I did the other side. I'll put a saddle across there, bolt that into there. Of course, I gotta get a brace up through here and everything, and then I'll have that come out, and that I can also put a depth stop too. But that's what I'm going to be doing for the. That's what we got so far. Alrighty, that's good enough for this evening's today's machining. Okay, that's all for now. Okay, next we'll start working on getting this here thing fastened on here now. And that'll be the next thing coming up. And then we'll fancy this up a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.